I think none of us sees this as a regular job in one way, because for us music is our emotions. It sounds pretentious, but I think it's true. I mean, we play what we feel, and then it's no problem for us being a couple as well. But in the end, that's not what we want to express either in our music. We want to express, you know, feelings that people can relate to. So.
And both of us have always had the music as a first choice in life. So now we're just choosing it together.
In the end, that's not what we want to express. City for like 5 years before we met and started this band. So I don't know if we had any. I mean, I've always wanted to sing and be on a stage and give away what I have. Like, and I think it's the same for you. We always felt like we have something to give to people. So.
We had another name from the beginning. So this name was, we made it up in Beijing.
The name we have now.
Yeah, the recent name. But before our name was Boogie. Some people loved it, but we hated it. Yeah, we hated it. We couldn't stand it.
Especially when we went to China and all the Chinese were like, Boogie? And they started, you know, to dance and try to like symbolize the music, and we were like, no, we don't want to sound like this, because the way they danced, if you transferred it to music, that would be an awful sound. So we were thinking about a name, and I don't remember really. We wanted a really big and long name. That was our primal goal, and a beautiful name. So. And our first songs were a lot about birds and that kind of thing. So it became Wildbirds and Peacedrums. But nowadays all people have animals in their names as well, so that's nice.
It's amazing the possibilities today, that you don't have to go into an extremely expensive studio and have the clock ticking when it's supposed to be done. You have it all collected in your arms. You can just run off whenever it feels like.
So
that's nice.
So we just recorded it ourselves at the end, and got it really cheap and the way we wanted it. We actually have our second album out already in Sweden. It got released like a year after hardcore in Sweden, so we're like 1 year behind all the time in the rest of the world. And that record, I mean, we sound more. I think we sound as we have the same sound. Of course, we're just us and keeping it primal. But still, I think the second, our new songs will be more direct, and we know a bit more how we want to sound. I mean, it's a everlasting travel towards your sound, and that will change the whole time. But yeah, more direction and more angriness, I think. And we have some different instruments as well. But I think we have our second. We're not pop musicians from the beginning. We come from the free form, improvisation scene mostly, and then we have had a good opportunity to play pop clubs and at festivals, and that's just amazing. But we want to keep that feeling about music. That's why maybe just as our married. That's why we can play and still be a couple, you know. Freedom, I think.
The freedom and the foreverness, the feeling of the space should be forever lasting, a view somewhere.
Yeah, and just power and strength, and just the feeling that, life is fucking hard sometimes, but you can do it in one way.